Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. This is the second matchup of the doubleheader, and so without any further ado, we will get this game underway.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Game 1 of the NBA season. A time of hope. A time of optimism.
There's that word again.
You know what? That was so, I don't know, it was so deep and it was so heartfelt the way I delivered it, I thought. I almost can't go on.
I'm just bright-eyed and bushy-tailed right now.
Oh, well, let's move on. Kenny's here. Shaq is here.
Right on. Were you a rabbit?
And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against Los Angeles. And guys, for Los Angeles, it's not an ideal situation for them, starting the season in a hostile environment on the road, but it's possible that will galvanize them and make them all that much more determined to get win number 1 right here, right now. Tonight, we'll be looking at two of the better backcourts in the league, smart, athletic, and I think of those two things, and I think of Kenny the Jet Smith. You've been in a few of these high-level matchups between guards. What's your take?
Well, first and foremost, your team has to win. Because anytime you have a matchup, if your team doesn't win, I don't care what your numbers are and what your stats are, you have not won the matchup. So, but you got to find a rhythm early. Get everyone involved, and then you can try to take over the game.
Speaking of smart and athletic, which Kenny is, here's Shaq.
Well, Kenny, a huge part of the guard's responsibility is how well he sets up his bigs.
Remember Akeem?
Yeah, King used to set him up. Scotty Skiles set me up. Penny Hardaway set me up.
Oh,
Kobe
yeah.
Bryant set me up. But you got to get them the ball in a time and a place where they can do something with it.
Why'd you leave out Wade?
Oh, yeah. He didn't really pass that much.
Oh, okay.
I passed it to him. I was older then.
Okay, got you.
Plus,
Thank
it
you,
was
Shaq.
Miami. I wasn't working hard. I was on the beach.
Game's just about to start. We'll see you later.
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. We'll see Los Angeles facing the home team. And before we get going, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who had a chance to speak with head coach Luke Walton. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, the Gasol brothers, Pau and Mark, have a mutual love and respect that belies their sibling rivalry. Even as teammates playing for Spain, their battles in practice were legendary. Ricky Rubio said, "I've never seen two dudes fight that much, and then, after all of that, hug each other and be brothers." Mark said, "We enjoy competing at the highest level with each other. We challenge each other and push each other every day."
Great story, David. Thank you. And what a matchup we have between the guards here tonight. Smitty, as a guard yourself, did you ever try to one-up your assignment over the course of a game?
Yeah, you do. Sometimes you start listening and saying, hey, they had this guy ranked at my position a little bit higher, so you went at him. But then the ultimate for me at my position back then was Michael Jordan. But I had to go through Joe Dumars, Sprewell, Mitch Richmond, that two-guard position. Clyde Drexler, it was unbelievable. Allen Houston, oh, the list could go on and on and
Every
on.
night.
Every night.
There was never a night off.
No way.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Iverson is out there with Magic Johnson. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Brakowski. And it's Gasol. And at the center, filling out the middle.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Just talk that one up to a little miscommunication. I'm sure they'll get on the same page.
Here's Bosch. And James pulls it down. Pass to Brakowski. Launches a three. Worthy pulls it in. Los Angeles on D. To the middle. Here's Russell. Rejected by Gasol. Porter against Iverson. Pass to Brakowski. On the wing, Johnson. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession.
It's not often you see that kind of mental lapse. He just lost track of where he was.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Porter with it. 14 points from him the last game again, and the basket is good. Crawford's got his first bucket in this one.
When it comes to contested jump shots, Jamal Crawford is simply one of the best at sinking them.
The pass to Burkowski. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Porter against Iverson. Screened by Russell. Bosch kicks to Russell. Good, it's Bosch picking up the assist.
He's always one step ahead of the game. Passes like that show off his court vision.
Takes the 13-footer, and it's Russell with the rebound.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Yeah, but he has to take that shot 10 out of 10 times. It was right there for him.
Crawford kicks to Porter. Crawford outside. Just 5 to shoot. Bosch sets the pick for Crawford. Off target from three-point range. Johnson, the pass to Burkowski. Here's Iverson. And too long on the shot. Gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Porter. That shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Inside. Here's Johnson. Again, the miss by Johnson. 43% since taking the floor today. Crawford dishes to Porter. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Worthy's shot is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Iverson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. To the middle. Here's Gasol. Nice D from Russell.
I know he's talented, but when you're completely surrounded inside, you have to try and kick it out to someone who's open. See, that's a good look from within his range. You know he's kicking himself for missing it.
Feeds to Johnson. Back to LeBron. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
He got the ball inside, realized right away he had a mismatch, and took him right to school.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Crawford kicks to Porter. And he converts the layup.
He is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
Iverson passes to James. Gasol a screen. Here is Burkowski. He's covered by Bosch to the inside. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact. So a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Steve, we know some players are notoriously slow starters. It really takes them a while to hit their peak and get to where they want to all season long. How long did it take you to find your groove?
You know, it's different. Sometimes guys are coming off injuries and it takes them a little time. Some guys didn't do anything in the offseason, and you can tell right away who those guys are.
We name names. Let's name names.
And then you have some guys that have been traded, and it just takes them a while to fit in with the city and fit in with that team.
LeBron outside. Down low. Kicks it out to Johnson. The 17-footer. Again, Los Angeles.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Porter against Iverson. Porter dishes to Russell. Back to Porter. Launches it. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Porter's got 5 points so far.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Johnson kicks to LeBron. From 12 feet out. A rebound by Bill Russell. Gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Bosch passes to Porter. Kicks it to Russell. Back to Porter. Bosch going around him. The shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So you know each game they play will hold a lot of importance to both teams.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Free throw good. Iverson. Free throws good for Iverson.
He just can't miss from the line right now. He is the guy you want taking those shots. You know, you talk about coaching trees. Steve Kerr in his first 2 years already has had 2 assistants grab 2 head coaching jobs, and him himself, he coached on the best in the business.
This break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year.
The way these guys moved the ball offensively was really a joy to watch. Great teamwork and unselfishness, and that's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago.
Doing it very well as they shake off the rust here early. 54% for the field. With the Kerr coaching tree, you're also talking about some big names like Alvin Gentry and Luke Walton. They're assistants that have moved to head coaching roles after their stint with Kerr.
Just fantastic for Steve Kerr to understand that if we keep winning, you're going to keep losing assistants. But you know what? They're winning, and that's the nature of the business.
Here is Porter, following the basket by Marc Gasol. Crawford kicks to Porter. To the middle, Gasol with the steal. To the inside, Rakowski. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Bosch, the screen. Crawford outside. And a wide open look for Porter. Drills it from outside. Porter's got 8 points.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
The fans have to love this. Not so much for coaching staffs who are dying to see a little bit of defense to start.
Now here's Porter. After Magic Johnson's miss, Porter kicks to Bosch. Crawford against Johnson. Crawford dishes to Worthy. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. LeBron James on the wing. Worthy defending. Stolen by Bosch. Crawford outside. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Iverson kicks to LeBron. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
A moment here to see the stats for Gasol. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 16 points per last year, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. And he'd like to put last year behind him, hoping for a much better showing this time around.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Sabonis, he's checked in for Gasol. Fox comes in for LeBron. And it's Corver in for Magic Johnson. Now here's Iverson. Shot clock at 6. Fires it up. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Gone 8 of 15 from the field. Shooting above 50% here tonight. Here's Ryder out to the right wing. And here's Porter. The three-pointer is right on target. He's got 11.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Iverson outside. Pass to Sabonis, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Los Angeles.
And they've been doing a great job of getting into the paint and scoring inside. The defense allowing them easy access to the rim, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Here's Fox, just 5 on the clock. Outside Corver, shoots it. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense knows he loves that in-between area and closed out fast.
Over to the wing. It's intercepted. The 3 from Iverson. A rebound by Bill Russell. Iverson's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Worthy the pass to Porter. He feeds it to Russell. Russell a screen on Corver. Porter outside. And it's Fox with the rebound. He dishes it to Iverson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. A lot of great shooters in the league with that high rainbow arc. The studies show it helps you get more of the rim to shoot at than coming in from an angle. Steve, you were learning to shoot, timer. Was getting a high arc on your shot something you were taught?
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, though, Kevin, some guys have too much of a high arc, and I think it hurts them. I think you got to get the right balance. You got to stay in the gym, watch video, and get a chance to just get a good rhythm. Because on some shots closer in, you don't want to shoot it that high. You just got to get a measurement on where you're at on the floor at all times.
Interesting, too. There are very few guys whose jump shot all look alike. They're all different in some ways. Do you think?
It is. Yeah. I think guys do get in trouble if you don't have enough arc. But guys have higher. Some guys have it right. It depends on the shot and where you're taking it from.
And the quickness of the release.
Yes.
I mean, there's so much built into this. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Putting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. They set the pick. Pass to Ryder. Wants to get it to Worthy and does. Hawkins with it. 6 to shoot. Ripped away. Pass to Sabonis from downtown. Bangs home the trifecta. Sabonis has got his first 3 points of the game.
He is nearly impossible to guard from the three-point line when he gets a good look in a little space.
Hawkins with it. Iverson picks him up. Right side to Walker. Here's Rick. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Iverson outside. He kicks to Corver. Shoots it. But they'll get another chance. Now Iverson. 6 points for him. The dish to Corver. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. And now a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
When he gets it going from out there, look out.
There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And stolen by Iverson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Outside Corver. Iverson outside. Fox kicks to Iverson. Offensive rebound. Here's Sabonis. The shot from the low post is good. Sabonis has got 5 points so far.
He got the ball where he wanted and attacked the smaller defender. Completely overpowered him.
Here's Ryder to halt the run. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And the first one drops. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. There's 14 seconds left. Here's Sabonis. 5 points in the game. And that does it for the first quarter. Los Angeles leads by 6. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. The second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
They've been super aggressive on that end, and they've been rewarded for it so far. Let's see if they'll be able to maintain this for the rest of the game.
Los Angeles leading by 6. We've got Randall. Percy Hawkins is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Ryder in at the 2 spot. Dishes to Butler. Sabonis, the pass to Butler, and the shot goes in. Butler's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Los Angeles.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Caron Butler, and Key out there with Bibby. Then there's Channing Frye, and it's Sabonis in at the 5. Clock is at 3. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Bibby. The 3, and Butler gets it to go on the assist by Bibby. And now it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead, being 47%, pretty solid. Bosh, the screen. Hawkins against Bibby. Here's Bosh. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Los Angeles leading by 9. Bibby kicks to McKee. There's a good screen. Sabonis, the pass to Butler from downtown. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
It wouldn't be the first time. He's a closer, a player who loves to slam the door shut.
Now, here's Walker. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
The mid-range jump shot, he's so comfortable. He's got such a great feel from that distance.
Here's Butler. 10-point lead. Takes it from 10. Chris Bosh with the rebound.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one. Not the best possession, but somehow they got the shot to fall.
Bibby dishes to McKee. Outside Butler. There's the pass to Sabonis. Bosch grabs the miss. Bosch has got his third rebound tonight. Hawkins kicks to Randall. Pass to Ryder. Here's Bosch, and it's denied. And he gets it back. The putback. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Los Angeles leading by 8. Bibby kicks to Butler. There's the screen. Pass to Sabonis. A 15-footer, and he drops that one in. Timeout. Sabonis has got his third bucket of the night.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And the league trend is towards more up-tempo basketball. Steve, do you prefer a fast-breaking style or a more methodical, thoughtful half-court approach?
You know, I think it's fun going up and down, playing fast, the tempo. But you know, in the playoffs, it's still, no matter how fast you play, it kind of slows down. Reason why, you know each other plays. You play each other over, so it started to become a little methodical. You got to be able to do both.
What style did you think enhanced your game the most?
Well, I think a style that where you can get up and just create mismatches and play a little bit fast, but also understanding the guys that are on your team can recognize mismatches very quickly.
Don't let the defense get set then.
Yeah, yes.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season.
Those are some terrific numbers. You could tell last year that everyone on the team fully focused on pounding the glass at both ends.
Here is Hawkins. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They set the pick. No good, shot missing. James with some nice D. From outside the arc, Bosch grabs the miss. Bosch has got his fifth rebound in this one. Fires from the wing, and the shot goes in. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. James outside, inside. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by James. Gasol's got his second bucket.
Marc Gasol is a workhorse down deep, just rising up and throwing it down.
Bosch, the screen. Mr. Bosch gets an out.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Passes to Fox. Left side, Bradley. Bradley can't get it to go.
Wow, how do you miss from that close? That wide open, painful.
Bradley against Crawford. Back to Walker. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
You know, that job of getting through screen is not pretty, but somebody has to do it.
Now here's McKee. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And right around the 2016 All-Star break, Marc Gasol's season was cut short. Broke a bone in his right foot, had surgery, and Stevie was gone for the rest of the season.
That's a huge blow for the Grizzlies because that's losing their best player. And a guy that's 7'1", he's done everything right. Lost a lot of times those 7-footers. They put a lot of strain on those lower extremities. Marc Gasol, offensively, so gifted. Comfortable on the low block, at the elbow, shooting a jump shot, and also passing the basketball.
Porter's checked in for Hawkins. Gasol drops 2. And Steve, you mentioned Gasol's passing. 2 seasons ago, he was second among centers and assists.
I mean, he is one of the best in the business because he can see the play develop early. He can shoot the basketball, but he loves making those zip passes through the lane.
Now here's Crawford. An 11-point game for him in the win again. 16 feet away. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. Gasol is screen on Bosch. To the left wing, Gasol, wide open, he fires. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists tonight. Bosh, the screen. Crawford dishes to Porter. Back to Crawford. That one goes in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Los Angeles leading by 10. LeBron kicks to McKee. Now the feed to Gasol. There's the screen. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Gasol's got 10 points in the game.
Incredible. He was shooting the ball with good rhythm in the first quarter. Now he's just unconscious.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
You know what? You constantly have to be making adjustments in this league if you want to stay on your game.
Johnson, he's checked in for McKee. Screened by Russell. There's Crawford with the 3. Russell, no good. Los Angeles leading by 12. Johnson kicks to LeBron. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Gasol setting the pick for James. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. It's hauled in by Bill Russell. Being at 44%, pretty reasonable. Now, here's Porter. 11 points in the game. It's tipped. Gasol with the steal. Here's Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And that's now 6 points for Johnson.
And Gasol just does everything for this team, including putting together some sweet passes.
Russell kicks to Porter. Bosh, the screen. Pulls up on the wing, and he nails the jumper. Bosh has got 6 in the quarter.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
Johnson, the pass to Gasol. And he gets it to go. Gasol's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
Well, he's doing what keeps them ahead, and he's been doing it all quarter, respecting the hot streak.
Feeds to Russell. Porter dishes to Crawford. Kicks it to Russell. The pass to Porter. Bosh sets the pick for Porter. 4 on the shot clock. Bosh can't get it to go.
If you're trying to figure out why these guys can't catch up, his inconsistent shooting is a good place to start.
Fox kicks to LeBron. Stolen by Bosh. They get a hand on it, and stolen by LeBron. A pass to Fox. Off target from outside.
Couldn't have been more wide open on that one.
Walker the pass to Crawford. Right wing. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
Good on the triple.
I don't think that's what they wanted to run, but hey, it worked out well in the end.
And a pretty cool 37% from the floor in the second. Not what they're looking for. Crawford with the ball. To the wing right side. Here's Porter. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Porter's got 13.
Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done.
Pass to Fox. Gasol against Russell. And it's good, 2 points. 14 points for him.
Marc Gasol scores from so many spots on the floor, utilizing his length and wide frame incredibly well on offense.
Now, here is Russell. He picked up 12 points in their last win again.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Here's Walker, trailing by 17. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. James Worthy's checked in for Chris Bosh. And then for Los Angeles, Brikowski, he's checked in for James. Korver comes in for Fox. And Allen Iverson subbed in for Bradley. Los Angeles leading by 17. Here's Iverson. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. 8 points for Iverson.
Clearly the hotter.
Great moving looks.
It's deflected and taken away by Magic. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Walker dishes to Porter. James Worthy on the wing. Back to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67%.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and pull.
Gasol, and it's good. Caught through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, he's doing what keeps him ahead, and he's been doing it all quarter, respecting the hot streak.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Butler comes in for Magic Johnson. And Bibby subbed in for Iverson. For Los Angeles, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And Kyle Korver, in 2015, winning the Sportsmanship Award, and more importantly, his first All-Star appearance at the age of 33.
Yeah, pretty rare to see that, but credit his dedication. He continues to work on his game, work on his body, and he gets better and better. Not content to be a shooting specialist, he wants to have a complete game.
Los Angeles leading by 19 points. Butler kicks to Bibby. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The 3. Bill Russell grabs the miss. From the field, 44%, not bad. Here's Worthy. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Worthy's got 6.
Beautiful looking teardrop. That's a shot that almost impossible to block.
There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Gasol a screen. Korver with it, and Worthy picks him up defensively. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Gasol is just a big boy in the paint. There's not much you can do outside of fouling him when he has the ball in a good spot.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. Free throw drops for Gasol.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Percy Hawkins checked in for Russell. And so Marc Gasol nails both of them.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And here's Porter. He's got 16. There's the pick. Here's Ryder. No good on that last second attempt there. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Los Angeles on top, up 19. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Marc Gasol playing terrific basketball in this one. He ended up with 19 points, 2 steals, and 1 block. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. It's been a clinic out there by Marcus Hall.
And how about his scoring in that first half? He just looked like a different player today, really on point.
I thought the difference was he was more aggressive.
Los Angeles leading by 19 points. Worthy out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Crawford. Then there's Porter. And it's Randall in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Johnson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Smitty, when you were a young player in the league and taking on the great legends of the 90s, were there any games where you were just in awe of who you were on the court facing?
A lot, Kevin, but some names that come to mind was first Michael Jordan. Going up against the great Michael Jordan. A lot of people say they played against Michael, but he played the 2-guard position,
Right
and I had to guard him,
my gosh.
and he was guarding me. And then growing up in Detroit, got a chance to work out with Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, and then compete against these guys. Those are the 3 names that come to mind. I think those are the 3 that really had an influence on my game.
And the single most difficult guy for you to cover?
By far, I could cover him. That was Michael Jordan.
And who was a guy that was the best defensive player on you, guarding you?
And he was a teammate of mine, so a lot in practice. But then when we got traded and separated, Stacey Altman, the plastic man, was the guy I had problems with.
So Johnson hits 2 of them. Here is Porter. He feeds it to Crawford. Bosh, the screen. Puts up a 3. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. LeBron with it, and Worthy picks him up defensively. Passes it to Bukowski. No good on the triple. 43% from the floor. Porter passes to Russell. They set the pick. He dishes it to Crawford. Worthy kicks to Porter. Screened by Russell. And it's off from 3-point range. There's the dish to Johnson. There's the pass to Bukowski. 6 to shoot. Here's James. And they're going to count the bucket wide.
What a play.
This is his trip to the free throw line.
One shot, gentlemen.
Now Porter, he's got 16. He kicks it to Worthy, dishes it to Crawford. Bosch, a screen on Johnson. Crawford with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron, and there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. The 19-foot shot.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Crawford missing again. Here's Brikowski, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 6 points for Jamal Crawford.
You love seeing Crawford go with the floater. Such a tough shot to guard if you're the defense.
And stolen by Worthy. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's the step back. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Worthy's got 8 points.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here's Johnson, and that one drops for him. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Here's Crawford. Sabonis grabs the board.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guard you, just try to move the basketball on.
The feed to Worthy. Kicks to Porter. Bosch, the screen. Crawford against Johnson. Here's Worthy over Johnson, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And when you talk about all-time career numbers, there is one name in NBA history that shows up time and time again. Wilt Chamberlain, Wilt the Stilt, with 23,924 rebounds. His name synonymous with greatness on the basketball court.
And guys, I don't think there will ever be another player that will dominate their position like Wilt Chamberlain did. And it's those rebounding numbers that paint the picture the most clearly. I mean, Wilt averaged almost 23 rebounds a game. Not just over a season, folks, over the course of his entire career. 11 rebounding titles, and his career total just shy of 24,000. I mean, nobody in the modern era has even come close to that.
And both free throws good for Worthy. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Iverson dishes to LeBron. They set the screen. Brikowski passes to Johnson. Again, Los Angeles.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Better body movement, better ball movement, and taking some smart shots.
And stolen by James. Top of the key. That's short off the rim. Gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Bosch kicks to Crawford. Makes it off the glass. Crawford's got 8.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Now, when you talk about the short list of players with the elite handles in the NBA, you have to include Jamal Crawford. Smitty, you know this. He can make defenders look absolutely ridiculous with his crossover.
Well, you talk about elite handles. This is the godfather of handling the basketball, crossover, tricks, and he's still able to be very productive at his age. And because of his dribbling and also his jump shot and his love for the game, that's what you love a Jamal Crawford.
Shoot two. And that one misses. Walker's checked in for Russell. And then for Los Angeles, Fox, he's checked in for Bukowski. And it's McKee in for Iverson. He hits the second from the line. Gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Bosch kicks to Porter. Bosch, the screen. Here's Worthy. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Fry's checked in. Here's McKee, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Johnson dishes to McKee. And here's Fry for three. Buries it from three-point range.
An elite shooting big man. Fry makes most of his money from beyond the arc.
Gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Porter kicks it over to Worthy. To the inside. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. We see it practically every game. A player picks up a few quick fouls and has to change how they play. Steve, just how drastic of a mentality change is it when you're playing in foul trouble?
Well, it takes away a little bit of your aggressiveness. And I think also you have to rely on your teammates, especially if you're in foul trouble, especially for star players. You want to keep them around. So a lot of times the coach will say, hey, go double team so the star player or players won't pick up the next foul.
Bradley's checked in for Magic Johnson. Good on both. And here is Los Angeles now. A pass to Fox. Feeds it to Fry. To the middle. Here's McKee. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
44% on their field goal attempts in quarter 3. Right side Worthy. Bosch, the screen. Lets it go from 14. Jump shot is good. Worthy's got 9 points in the quarter.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Some players have a hard time when they're giving up so many inches, but he doesn't.
Releases. Rebounded by McKee.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it. The way he threw that pass with such ease on the run, that was a thing of beauty.
Gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Porter passes to Crawford. From 18 feet away. No good. Shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Bradley. Again, Los Angeles.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
It's stolen by Bradley. Pass to McKee. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Sabonis, no good. From the field, 44%, not bad. And Walker kicks to Porter. Left side, Worthy. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's McKee. He feeds it to Fry. To the paint. Here's Bradley. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Bradley's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Crawford outside. Passes it to Worthy. Down low, Walker. And he banks in the layup. Walker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He has to show real leadership out there and take this game into his own hands because he's shooting the ball well.
Now here's McKee. The lob to Bradley.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Porter kicks it over to Worthy. Outside, Walker. Crawford, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists now in this one. And McKee kicks to Bradley. Here's Fox. The pass to Sabonis. And the layup's good off the glass. Sabonis has got 9.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Crawford outside. He dishes it to Worthy. Bosch, the screen. Off the screen. He's off on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. McKee, the pass to Sabonis. Back to McKee. Porter with the steal.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Walker at the line for 2. And the first one at the line is good.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Caron Butler is checked in for Fox. Corver comes in for Bradley. And Bibby subbed in for McKee. That one misses. And Los Angeles guys shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. The dish to Bibby. Back to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Misses the 3. Gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Here's Ryder. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight. Bibby dishes to Corver. Butler against Worthy. Lets it go from 14. Sabonis with the bucket. Sabonis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Dishes to Walker. Butler against Worthy. Here's Hawkins. It's good from long range. Hawkins has got 5 points so far.
Total collapse on defense there. You can't let a good shooter like him get a clear look at the basket from outside.
Here's Sabonis. He's defended by Randall. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Russell, he's checked in for Walker. Marc Gasol's checked in for Los Angeles. Rakowski comes in for Channing Frye. .104 left to play here in the third. Hawkins with it. He has 5. He kicks to Worthy. Corver with the defensive effort. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. There's the feed to Butler. Shot on the wing. This all no good. Being 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Percy Hawkins on the wing. Bibby covering. Here's Hawkins. Stolen by Bibby. It's his first trip to the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Bibby. And both free throws good for Bibby. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something that they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Russell, a screen on Corver. Ryder. Russell. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Los Angeles on top, just dominating this one. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the... And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy. Drive and kick. Let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense. Play inside out when you can.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marc Gasol is out there at Brakowski. Then it's Bibby. Then it's Caron Butler. And it's Corver in at the 2 guard. Here's Ryder, guarded by Corver. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Obviously, the defense was not in sync out there, and they took advantage of it.
And Los Angeles guys' shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. There's the pick. Right side, Butler. It's stolen by Randall. To the inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Los Angeles leading by 22. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Inside. Got a piece of it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, all over the league, we're seeing more and more teams rely on analytics and data for decision making. How do you think, Smitty, the data affects the way the modern NBA game is run by the front offices?
You know, I think it's too much at times, Kevin, and sometimes I challenge it. I think when you're scouting a player coming out of college, I think it's great. But I think sometimes I've challenged. Some people say, well, Smitty, you never posted up on the left block.
Right.
That was Tim Duncan's block. I cannot have
That's
anything.
why you couldn't go on the left.
I'm not going to have the same numbers on certain blocks because guys, the guys you play with kind of dictates where you score from on the floor.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Ryder, then the pass to Hawkins. Here's Ryder. Kicks to Crawford. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him. Here is Hawkins. Pass to Crawford. Feeds to Randall. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And after his rookie year, it ended with an injury right out of the opening gate. It was great to finally see Julius Randle on the court last season.
Yeah, and when he's focused, guys, he can be a game changer. I mean, loves to attack off the dribble from the elbows, terrific spin move in traffic. And what may be most impressive about his game at this point is his relentlessness as a rebounder.
Well, Steve, the NBA has certainly done a lot to curb flagrant fouls or excessive force in various game situations. However, do you feel there will be always that hard foul that will come into play to some extent?
Yeah, I think so. And I think the league has done a nice job of being able to categorize them flagrant 1 or flagrant 2. Really hard sometimes to differentiate between the two, but I think it's the right call.
Both free throws good from Randall. Minute and a half. Johnson outside. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Russell, he's checked in for Randall. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Sabonis, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. And that one falls for Johnson. A respectable 47% for the field in this one. Crawford is screen on Iverson. And here's Hawkins. Crawford outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ryder. No good from outside. And Los Angeles guys shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Johnson kicks to LeBron. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. And that's now 9 points for LeBron.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Well, that's how you bury an opponent when they're struggling. Don't ease up. Just keep going hard.
Hawkins kicks to Bosch. They set the pick. There's Crawford with the 3. Iverson with some nice D. And here is Los Angeles now to the inside. And it's sent back by Russell. The kick out to LeBron. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Goes back up. The drive by Iverson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Love the aggressive attitude. I mean, no invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket.
Norris Cole, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And then for Los Angeles, Channing Frye's checked in for Bukowski. Bradley comes in for LeBron. And it's McKee in for Johnson. Free throw good, Iverson. Well, it's one of the most fascinating developments in professional sports over the last decade. Steve, how do you think social media has impacted how NBA players carry themselves?
A lot of ways, Kevin. It has gotten a lot of players in trouble. I think also it's taken away a lot of freedom. Everywhere you go, there's cameras there. But I think also in some ways it's built a lot of these guys' brands because they have millions and millions of followers, and sometimes that can change into dollars.
You know what I envision after a game, guys leaving the floor, going to the locker room, and the first thing they do is pick up their phone and look at social media to see what fans are saying about the game and more specifically about the way they were individually playing.
Hey, Kevin, you're totally right. And I think sometimes you got to just disconnect from what people are saying about you, whatever is good or bad.
Pass to Fry. Inside, sends it down, right in his face.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Bradley, no good on the free throw. Gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Hawkins, no good on the 3.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. Russell, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Randall's checked in for Russell. And with new owners, a new commissioner, the NBA has been more proactive than ever at looking at ways, Steve, to tweak the game to make it better. Any other changes you'd like to see made? Any other momentum-making moves that would continue to push the game in the direction that you'd like to see?
You know, a couple things come to mind, Kevin. I think limit back-to-backs. I think for also these guys playing so many games, traveling so much, I think if we can limit those back-to-backs, maybe it would help out in the injuries. And I think also have longer training camps so they can stay healthy.
To the middle, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
He'll never be the most intimidating guy at his position, but he'll surprise you with his leaping ability.
Iverson kicks to Fry. Now here's Iverson. Defense right on him. And Norris Cole's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Iverson. And the 2016 draft lottery, Steve, was the first time ever that it played out exactly in the order of the team's records. So that being said, do you think there's still enough uncertainty in the way the lottery's handled?
Yeah, I think a little bit. What I would love to see, though, Kevin, is these teams that's repeatedly in the lottery year after year after year, I think you have to be penalized some kind of way. After 2 or 3 years, you can't be in the lottery or you can't get the first 5 picks. I think you have to be competitive.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Iverson's got 7 points here in this quarter. Gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Hawkins kicks to Cole. He feeds it to Bosch. Bosch, the screen. Here's Cole, and he's way off from outside.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Iverson kicks to McKee. Back to Iverson, off the pick. Another miss by Iverson.
His shot's been inconsistent tonight, but teammates are picking up the slack, keeping them ahead in the score.
Here's Ryder, guarded by Brett, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. Well, we've always known that height gives an advantage in basketball. A lot of teams now are concerned about things that we've never really talked about before. The length of hands, your arm span, your wingspan. That plays a role now with a lot of these teams and how they draft, how they make a roster.
Yeah, totally, Kevin, because on the defensive end, you have a lot of these guys that can switch. I remember playing against Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. They were so long out front. It helps. It makes a difference.
But your arm span is long. That had to play a role.
Not bad, not bad.
Oh, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. and he sinks the second. And Los Angeles guys shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Fry dishes to Iverson. Count it from 12. Iverson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Hawkins against McKee. Hawkins passes to Randall. Inside, deflects the pass. And they're on the break. Iverson kicks to McKee. Passes it to Bradley. And Fry has it in the corner. And the pass to Iverson. It's deflected. Now Hawkins, he dishes it to Cole. Pass to Hawkins. He kicks it to Randall. The feed to Cole. There's the screen. Pass to Bosch. Lets it go from 11, and the jumper is on the mark. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 10 rebounds. Iverson kicks to Fry. To the paint, here's Bradley, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Cole, the pass to Hawkins. Here's Cole. The dish now to Bosch. 13 feet away. Bosch can't get that one to fall. And Fry kicks to Bradley. Bucket is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
They set the pick. Bosch, the screen. Here's Cole. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
Well, he has to be able to use angles. He has to be a great finisher in tight spaces and to be able to throw his little body into the big guys.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guard you, just try to move the basketball on.
Randall, a screen on Bradley. Here's Ryder. 5 on the clock. But Trey. It's hauled in by Fry. For Los Angeles, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Iverson outside. Elbow shot. Not enough on that one as it misses. Gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Ryder, then the pass to Randall, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
But what he does is he uses his body extremely well to shield off the defenders from the basketball.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Marc Gasol is checked in for Sabonis. Korver comes in for McKee. And Bibby subbed in for Allen Iverson. Hey, Steve, we've seen more and more teams relying on high-powered offenses to lead them to wins. Is this just part of a cycle the league goes through, or is this the offensive revolution that we've been looking forward to and is well underway?
I think it's here to stay, Kevin. Reason why the rules have changed, and I think it favors the offense. No hand checking, no chucking. So ultimately, you see more points on the board, Kevin.
I would think you would have loved to have played in this era of free-flowing basketball.
Yeah, you could take about 12, 15 threes a game. That would have been beautiful.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
And he's not going to back off. Even with that big lead, he's going to get more motivated to keep stretching out their lead.
Passes it to Ryder. Lets it go from deep. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Korver dishes to Bibby. And Fry kicks to Korver. The 11-footer. Randall grabs the board. And in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Here's Ryder. Was on the wing. Wide open. And that one is off.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Dishes it to Bradley. It's tipped. Kicks it to Bibby.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Gasol.
It was a phenomenal job he did of finding his ideal rhythm at the offensive end and never letting the defense take him out of it. Once he got into that flow, the points came in a steady stream.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Zeller grabs the board. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
That they have earned this win.
Down low. Back to Ross. Hawkins with it. Now here's Randall. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Mark. It seemed like you guys came out early and wanted to jump on him, and that would control the game. Was that what was going on?
Yeah, so we started out that way, and, that was limped away a little bit. But, we're learning, we're getting better, and, just a process.
You guys really coming together. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol. He was red hot in the second quarter. The defense ran several guys at him to try and stop the bleeding, but his aggressiveness was simply too much for them to handle.
Defensively, there are very few players as skilled as Marc Gasol, but it was more than just the defense tonight. This was a showcase of all the tools that Gasol has at his disposal. He played in the paint, and that was the factor.
Well, Ernie, reminds me of myself. He loves being the bad guy, and he was a great villain tonight. Just sticking it to those fans. Anytime they got on his case, he stepped up and hit a big shot after big shot. Fantastic performance in a very tough environment.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. I mean, see you. Good night.
So that's going to do it. Lakers win. Lakers win. Final score was, of course, 124-96. Fantastic game by the Lakers. Very well played. And we'll move on to day 3. We'll take a look at what games are on tap and what games we can go ahead with. So, day 3, we have Lakers. We're leaning towards this one and this one, to be honest. We're going to go with this one. 2 divisional opponents. Just seems like it's going to be interesting to watch, at least. So, that'll be our matchup. Let's go ahead and simulate through that date. We'll take a look at the results. So you have the Wizards beating the Fire. Magic fall to the Huskies. Heat beat the Suns. Trailblazers beat the Force. Cavaliers, we watched, beat the Celtics. Lakers over the Warriors. Grizzlies beat Hornets. Thunder defeat the Nuggets. Knicks beat the Rockets, my bad. The Pistons beat the Clippers. Tulsa 66ers go up over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Sonics fall to the Stars. Raptors are beat by the 76ers. Pacers over the Liberty. Knights over the Mounties. So that's your results from day 2. Thank you all so much for joining us. And until next time, take care, guys.